What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Behind the Hawks.
Today we're here with Early Education. Please introduce yourselves.
Hello, I'm Ignali Herrera.
And I'm Madison Curtis.
We're going to be asking you guys some questions about your shop and what you guys do in the daily lives, and then at the end you guys ask us questions.
Okay, so our first question is, how do parents decide who to trust with their kids?
So first, we would look into the degrees that teachers have, because we all have different certifications and degrees, and then we'll also have in daycares, we have this thing where parents can walk in and observe so they can see what's going on in the classrooms and give an overall lookout. Or they can also look into when states or licensing comes in and they inspect the daycare. And if they expect the daycare and it's all everything's checked off, then that also gives you more of a leniency, oh, okay, they're certified.
So like you were saying about the certification and the license, do you know what specific certifications and license you need?
I'm not exactly sure, but I think it's just teaching.
Just a teaching degree?
The teaching degree, but here we leave with either toddler and infant certification for assistant teacher or toddler and preschool.
Do you guys know if you guys have to learn anything about CPR and stuff like that, medical stuff before going into the classroom?
Yeah, so we do. We are gonna take OSHA, and that's gonna be after we take that, then we can go out. Oh yeah, and we also do EEC modules, and when we do that, it helps us learn more about it. And
Okay, that's where you need your certified CPR license, right?
yeah,
Okay. Do you know how much schooling it takes for you to get your teaching degree?
we have to have 150 hours to be able to go out on our own.
For a co-op?
Yeah.
Okay.
What makes a daycare or preschool stand out?
I would say definitely their population on how much kids go there. I would say the staff, so if they're certified, because some daycares, there's people that are not certified. I would say organization, the location of your child care center, your colors, your listings online, if they on certain apps where you can review. Some parents leave bad reviews, and then you would think oh, okay, maybe not that daycare. But there's other daycares where it's they're all 5 stars, and people give their opinions on how their time went with the daycare, so you would want to trust them.
Another thing about marketing is it's really special that you guys have good branding, because when there's parents out there that's looking for a reliable daycare and that's nearby, they're not going to want to go online and see these bad quality images of the daycare, they want some good branding, a website that calls their attention and their sources. So, for example, if you have a kid, let's say I had a child and I was oh, I want to send them to a daycare, and I see one near my house, okay, it's the closest, it's the easiest, it has good reviews and stuff, but then you go look at the pictures, that's not going to call you. You're not going to be oh, I'm going to send my child there when it's gross, unorganized, messy, so that's also another big thing that you guys should have is branding. And that's something that we could help you guys with too when you guys start to go on co-op and stuff. When you guys are looking for co-op jobs, marketing can help you guys find a good brand perspective of it.
Why is patience a skill and a selling point?
It's definitely a skill for the selling point, because if the teacher isn't patient, then it would just be very unorganized, and people might not want to send their kids to the daycare or the classrooms.
Yeah, because I'd expect there's a lot of challenges in working in the classroom, especially with the kids' behavior, because they're so little, and the parents too.
What do you think could happen if you break a parent's trust?
That is a tricky thing, I would say, because things could be misled and a bunch of miscommunication, and that can be the cause of it. You can, well, in order for that not to happen, we do incident reports. If something were to happen, if a kid were to break their arm while they're in our care, we do an incident report where we fill out what happened, who was there, and everything that that are listed for us to do, so that the parents, when they do ask questions, because as any parent will, they would, we can send them back and state exactly what happened to prevent from losing their trust.
I know that you guys have started going on field trips and taking days where you guys go to the YMCA or like schools in Beverly, right?
Yes.
Yeah, for just to see how it is in the classroom. Do you guys think that that's where you guys would lean towards for co-op?
Personally, me, no, only because in the summer I work in Salem at a daycare, so I'm looking to like lean towards there.
I'm going to go to I'm gonna lean towards going to the YMCA near my house. So,
When you guys go out on co-op, are you guys planning to be like a substitute teacher or like a helper, like an assistant?
So technically, we are an assistant teacher in the classroom. We go in more as a like second hand, like not to overstep the teacher, but for us to show our skills that we've learned in the classroom. We do take out activities at least once a cycle. We go out for 3 days. So like I recently took out an activity. It was like hand washing. We did like frozen hands, and then I put like markers on it, and then they would like wash all the germs off. We read a book. It was like really good, and I implemented that whole lesson. So it was really like me and the teacher like sitting back and watching, because now going into third quarter, they will be grading us on that. So we really go in as, yes, a second help, a second hand, but also it gives us a way to present what we do.
What is like your one of your like favorite like activities you guys have done? Like, well, I know you just said about the hand washing thing, but like what is like one of like the favorite activities you may have done with your students?
so I'm working with infants right now. Yeah. So I brought out sensory bottles and I got to make it and everything. I thought it was really fun to make, and personally, it was really like fun for me too because then it's like sensory for me. But yeah, that's my favorite thing that I brought out so far.
I'm in toddlers, so 2-year-olds. Probably my favorite activity would have been the fake snow. I made fake snow out of conditioner and baking soda, and it came like to a snow consistency, and the kids were like playing with it, making like little snowmen, and like it was like really cute. They had like their little mats, and then we added vinegar to it so like it fizzed up, and they were like, oh my god, wow, like it was just so cute to hear their reactions.
One of the times that we went down to early education to collaborate with you guys for the farm stand, you guys were working on each month. You guys had like some type of activity planned out. Like I know someone in there said that for fall they were gonna like stamp like leaves to make like prints and stuff. Are you guys still doing that? Do you guys have anything planned for the month of February?
For February, I know that, at least for me personally, I'm thinking of a way to implement like pink and red because of Valentine's Day, but to also die down on that because not a lot of centers all celebrate every single holiday. So Beverly YMCA, they celebrate a lot more holidays than Magical Beginnings. So if I'm doing a Valentine's Day activity at Beverly, I would have to find a way to like make it non Valentine's Day, but like the same concept. Like if I didn't want to redo the whole thing. That's why in the beginning of the year we had like a list on like we should be planning out, but like as a teacher, things change and like the time changed because now I wouldn't think I would do snow like the time that I did, maybe like closer to December, but same thing. So it's like it all varies. Me personally, I don't think I'm still doing the same things that like I've written down, but it's always like if I need an activity, I know I can go back to that list.
Yeah, so basically, we have all of our activities planned out. We made them in the beginning of the year, and we kind of base our activities on the months of like what holiday is near there, but we try not to make the activities all about the holidays, and because some of the places don't celebrate all the holidays, so
Do you have any plan for the month of February or no?
no.
Okay, so as you guys know, marketing has a farm stand from the months of March to January or December. And our next focus for this March and on, we really want to get some kids from like all ages, like middle school down to like toddlers or whatever. And we know that we have talked to you guys about like a lot of like, activities that we could do and stuff like that. Do you guys have any ideas of what we could do, like collaborating with marketing?
Yes, we have talked about this in class the other day. We were talking about like painting with flowers, like either dried up flowers or fake flowers, like dip them in paint and like pat them on the paper, or like you said, apples. That's like a great way to um, it's a great like type of stamp, but we also have to figure out a way to not implement food because just for safety reasons, because we're not certified in everything that we need to be certified. We have to be careful with food because of allergies and all of that. So we try to not have food as our main point, but as we're like it's a stamp, that's more like okay, so we're not eating it, so it's like less of a allergic reaction, if that makes sense.
What about for the middle schoolers? Because we do want to bring in a lot of middle school kids so they can like be like, oh, that's the school I want to go to for high school and start like applying and stuff. Do you have an idea of what you may do with the middle schoolers?
We could do like decorating flower boxes and like bedazzling it. I feel like that could be cool.
What does a day in a life in early education look like for you?
So I'm gonna talk about our Wednesdays and Mondays that we stay in, that we don't go on field trips. We usually come in A block, all come into theory. That is our theory class. Most likely we will be doing EEC modules, which are some of the modules that we need to do to go out. So we try to get them done in the morning. That's most likely what we'll do. We'll also go in our cubbies and get out our portfolios and our EEC books that we have, our textbooks, we get them out. We're all settled for the day. We do that for about an hour because some modules can take over an hour or they can be 30 minutes. So we try to get them done in the morning. Then B block, we go into gym. And then we come back C block. And usually C block, at least currently right now, we're working into the book. We worked on 3.1, chapter 9, chapter 8. Like we're going through all the chapters, but like we're skipping through some to go and talk about the more important ones that we can talk about in class. And so we do that for a lot of the time. And then we go into lesson plans because that's what we're graded on a lot, because anytime we do take out an activity, we have to implement a lesson plan, which is exactly what you did, what category it's in, all of that. And then we will probably look and see what activity we're doing next, because sometimes we have to think of one like right on the spot if things have changed from, oh, I've done everything on my list from the beginning of the year. I need to maneuver and work around that. And then we would do that for a while. Websites, like we want to look at websites to get activities from websites that have teachers that have a degree in education. So like Pocket of Preschool, that's one thing that we go to. We try to stay away from blogs and people that are not certified, just so we could get the best practice, at least at Essex Tech. We also tie into, I said lesson plans. After that, we'll go into lunch. Obviously, we have last lunch, which is a bummer, low key, but it's okay. Then we come back, and that's when our teacher usually, sometimes she has like a video for us to watch or like a story for us to read, and we have to answer questions. We do that with our textbooks. We have like a guided reading, activity A, activity B, activity C, and we all get that done. Sometimes we're working in pairs, sometimes we're working in groups, or we work by ourselves. And then lastly, at the end of the day, we do clean up. We all have our jobs that we have been assigned, and Maddie.
So I'm going to be talking about the days where we do go out and do field trips. So on Thursday, A block, we have our theory, and then B block, we have our gym. And then after gym, we meet, and then we go on our field trip. For Thursdays, Thursdays and Tuesdays, we go out for 2 hours. So we stay there for lunch, and we bring our lunch, and we eat it there. And then when we come back, we do reflection, so we reflect on what we did in the classrooms and what we learned. And then we sometimes take tests, and then we do our jobs. And we all switch off from different jobs, and our jobs look like Oh my god! Disinfect the counters. And yeah, and then Fridays we don't stay there for lunch, so we'll just come back and have lunch, and then we'll continue the day with reflections, tests, and do our jobs.
You guys came into the school, obviously Madison, I know that you transferred in sophomore year, just like me. You came in freshman year?
Yep.
Was early education your main choice, or did you only decide that after you went through Explore?
So originally, I wanted to come to school just for the early education program, surprisingly. And so I came in, and it was like my 5th Explore, and a lot of people were like, she is like very strict on like her grading. So like I didn't think I was honestly gonna do well. Then I explored her my fifth explore, and I actually really really liked it. I knew I was gonna like it because I previously worked with kids, but like it gives you more of like a feel because we did do it for 2 weeks. So we went out a few times and we did some of the things that we do now, like a quick like peek at what it was, and I really enjoyed it. And so I did my reflection, and surprisingly, I got a 20 out of 20, which not a lot of people have got, at least with her. And so, yeah, and then I got my first pick.
Period. What about you, Madison?
So I couldn't explore any shops, but I do know that I want to work with kids when I'm older, so I thought that this shop would definitely be good for me.
Talking about your teacher, do you have anything to say? Like usually we ask like every shop we interview about their teachers and like how they like do stuff in shop.
I would say my teacher is very teacher. She's very strict, which is a good thing and could be a bad thing also because we're only 10th graders, so we also have to mature from being ninth graders and from coming out of middle school. And I feel like she's like at that line where it's like, okay, this is what you're doing, but this is what we need to do. Like she always sets a standard for us that we meet, and she also believes in us. Like a lot of people may have their opinions about her, but like when you're in her shop and you're like her kids, I feel like you get more like we obviously like grew for each other, if that makes sense, because we weren't like so we I would say it was a learning point for our teacher and us to cooperate with each other, because that as a student that you need to respect your teachers, listen to your teachers, but she's also a person that's like flexible. Like if you're having a bad time in class, she'll pull you out, like ask you like what happened. Like she's very like caring, which is what I really, really like about her. She's caring, she's understanding, and she tries to give us the best practice. Like we would like want to take the shortcut, but she'll be like, this is what needs to be done, and in the future this is what will be done. So she like holds us at a higher standard for our benefit.
I feel like that's a great thing that she does that because going into classrooms with people like kids that are like from ages of 2, you do really have to grow up and set an example for them. So it's good that she's like, kind of like speeding up your process of growth because I can already tell you guys are very like mature, like really mature teacher vibes over here.
It's very good that she sets higher standards for you than you have set for yourselves, because a lot of people tend to settle for less when they know they have the capacity to do more, but they just don't want to put in that extra effort. So it's good that she holds you guys to a higher standards, because truly it looks like she wants the best for you guys and she wants you guys to succeed in that field. So that's a good thing.
Yeah. And I feel like she also expects a lot from us too, because she sees us as future teachers, so she wants us to be like the best teacher in the future that we can be.
Talking about your guys' teacher and your guys' shop, do you feel like you guys have a family kind of bond?
I definitely do.
That's
We-
good.
Yeah, we treat each other like siblings. honestly.
So like fight like siblings, love
Yeah,
like
yeah.
siblings.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
Same in here, guys. Same in here.
I can definitely say this about my friend over here. We fight literally like sisters, and Ethan and Ian are just the best.
Oh,
Our brothers.
yeah.
Sometimes, but
Yeah.
we love them. We wouldn't trade our shop for the world. Like I like having 4 people
Yeah.
in our class, sophomore class. But for freshmen, y'all should step it up a little bit and actually give us some big people. Not like big people, but give us a group of big kids, because it's good seeing our shop filled, and not always having the responsibility just on us 4. So
Yes.
Yes.
Talking about like your bond with your classmates and stuff. Like, what's your like favorite memory? Like maybe going on a field trip, something like that.
because Madison tells me y'all be singing it on the bus.
Yeah, you guys be singing on
Yes.
the bus.
We do. I feel like even though like we go out and we do have like time with our kids, since we're all in separate classrooms, we don't really see each other like directly when we're in the centers. So when we're in the buses or like we're walking to the bus or like getting everything all together, we really do have our time in the bus. We sing, we like have like deep conversations.
Oh, that's the
We'll
best.
we'll have our playlist going.
Yeah, not us. Our bus is silent. Each one has an AirPod in on the phone.
Everybody has an AirPod in.
Like even though it's like a bummer that like we don't have our phones, I feel like it's kind of a good thing because we do have like a sense of community in the bus. So it's like we can all like elaborate on like, oh, what's going on, because in class we want to pay attention and get like work that needs to be done. So in the bus or like when we're not working and like we don't have our phones, it gives us time to like actually talk and connect with each other. I feel like that's why we're so close, because like we literally have only each other. It's like we argue all the time, and like other teachers will come in and be like, what is wrong with them? And like we're like, oh, I love you. Like that's just like how we are. So I feel like our best memory is probably in our bus when we sang. Like we have videos. Like we did the in 5 years from now, I see myself doing this, this, that, the third. And so like in the future, we find that video again, like it'll be like a keepsake memory.
That's amazing. Yeah, every single time me and Yasmin go in there to like talk to you guys about our collaboration, we always see just like laughs coming around the room, and like you guys are like, shut up, let the teacher talk.
Oh yeah.
It's so funny, but that's exactly how we are too. And I think it's good about this school is that we have shops that create families and friends, and no one goes lonely here. So
Yeah.
it's good.
Do you have anything to say, Madison?
I would say having no phones on the bus definitely builds a bigger connection because it's not like we have any work to do. We're just sitting there, so we definitely like open up to each other more, and we have fun karaoke rides. Yeah.
So I know that there's like last year, sophomore year, I had a friend in there, and she was the only one in early education. I don't know if you guys know her, Kate Crowling.
Oh yeah.
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 She was the only girl in early education for her grade, and I remember that they went down to North Shore Christian School, which is a school I used to go to, and she went to go visit the daycare center there and whatever. How much kids do you guys have in your shop right now? Because she had one as a sophomore, and you guys like are like family tight.
Yeah. So there are 10 kids in there right now, and I think that's a really good size and a really good group of people too, because it's like it's not too much, but it's not too little. Like we think of everyone as like it's like a little family.
Especially for that kind of shop.
Yeah, yeah.
People would be so
It'd be so chaotic, yeah.
Please do join that shop. We're not saying not to.
Yeah.
If marketing Shop 565 could help your guys' shop, what would you guys want us to do?
I would say definitely work into our uniforms. We felt like freshmen all over again because
The
we're
gray color.
which it's like at first I guess the color was pink and then it was changed.
Really?
Yeah, it was pink, then it went to blue, which like we want those colors back, but we have to like go through like admin and all that to get that sort of.
In the beginning of the year, we were actually talking to Miss Pesci how we wanted to start redesigning the shop shirts because, no offense, not everyone loves their shop clothes.
Yeah.
It's not even because of the logo, the design, it's because of the color. And for example, we were back there and stuff, and a lot of people, like when plumbing or electrical comes down to buy their shirts, they end up grabbing the wrong shirts because it's black. So they're like, like that's
Yeah.
what we're trying to say. Like, we have bright green t-shirts. We're like, maybe if we make it like a lighter green, cuter green, And for you guys, like, I feel like especially when you guys go out there, kids love colors. Like, they're going to look at your shirt and be like, oh, it's great. But if you guys have like a cute, fun color, like, it'll attract the people more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's definitely something we can take into consideration.
Definitely start talking to anybody, whoever does like the
The uniform.
shop shirts, because I know, well, I didn't get my first shop because I don't know the whole grading thing and stuff, but I did get into this shop, which was my second choice. So I didn't get my first, but I got my second, and I took a lot of consideration of what I was gonna wear every day in shop, because I'm a type of girl I don't want to be like wearing like green, but I ended up wearing green, which is fine. You gotta toughen up sometimes. But I wanted Cosmo because I love their scrubs and stuff. But I feel like their logo with the scissors and like
That is
cutting hair,
cute.
it's so cute, and that's why I really liked it. And I really like Cosmo. Like I want to be an esthetician when I'm older and stuff. So that's also why I wanted to. But now I'm in here so I can have my business and still pursue that dream. But yeah, definitely that project, like shop shirts, could be a really good project for marketing because we already designed a lot of the products and clothes that are in the shop right now.
The park hoodies?
Yeah.
We're currently designing a mock hoodie for our shop. So we're trying to
Okay.
create a logo and a design for the shirts, like just like we did. We're having a Nike drop coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
So we made the logos for that. And I was literally just thinking, like, looking at your guys' shirts, you guys have handprints. Like, I don't even know if those are from kids, but like, whenever you guys go out to the centers, be like, can I put your hand in paint and you print it on the paper? And then we can put that on the shirt. You know what I'm
That'd
saying?
be cute.
So it can be cute. It can be like also an activity for you guys to do with your guys' kids.
Have any questions for us?
My question would be, what's you guys' like day to day? Like, what does the day-to-day look like in marketing?
So usually we come in and we kind of just start getting to work. Like we go into the shop, we do the cashier stuff. Usually everything is like moved around because like sometimes, well, mostly it's just like in the beginning of the like cycle, the freshmen are in there, and so Mr. G has them like brainstorming on what they want the shop to look like, and obviously we have a visual and we have like a setup that we like to have, so we have to set it all up again and stuff. And then we also have theory where we just are working to get our like customer service license. And so we just talk about like body language, we talk about how we can like etiquette, we talk about just a bunch of things about like how like if a customer comes in, you got to make sure that you're like right there and willing to help and not just like rolling your eyes on your phone, you know what I'm saying? Like cuz that's very much how some of the stores are these days, and we want to change that obviously. But yeah, usually we just do that. We do a lot of work in the shop. We go in the back, we stock. We sometimes when we get new releases, we put them on the shelves. We start looking at things to do like online, what's it called? Digital marketing for the new launches and stuff. And we also work on like the displays. It's a mixture of everything. We don't really have like a schedule because Mr. G likes to give us a lot of freedom and what we want to do. But yeah.
From my point of view, on Wednesdays, we try to make it our reset day because, again, that's when the juniors and the freshmen are in here. So since Mr. G also gives them a lot of the freshmen, like, freedom, like, he gives them experiences to move the shop around, try to make it, like, cute and how, like, branding works for it and stuff. So Wednesday, we just reset. We fill up anything that's missing. Like, for example, the silicone bracelets, those were empty, so we go ahead and fill them up again. In the back room, it's always a mess because we're always getting new orders in. So we go back there, we organize it, fold everything, put it away, and then we just pick up any trash, sweep, and then like we always, like Maria said, we do the register, and then I always go ahead and check our emails and our social media to see if there's any messages we need to answer, and any voicemails, and respond to people on social media. Yeah, well, yeah, in the morning we usually, first thing before anything is we check our orders so we can bring our orders up. And then usually we have Theory B block, but since now that we've started the podcast, it's been kind of different periods because, like, for example, like you guys are our first period during lunch because usually everyone comes in A block because they don't have theory or like whatever. So whenever we can now, we're always going to have a podcast part of the day. We just don't know when. So then we have gym, third block, and then we come back. We obviously have fourth lunch with you guys. Just like kind of annoying because there's no more chocolate pudding.
Oh my
There's
God, yeah.
never chocolate
Yeah.
pudding. Let's make more chocolate pudding.
Me and Yasmin, we need our chocolate pudding.
Dude, like every single time fourth lunch we go down, even third lunch when we were on academic days, we go down there, there's no, anyways, don't even start on that. That's what we do, and then towards the day, it's kind of like where we calm down. It's like we mostly spend a lot of the end of the day together, like talking. That's when we start editing the videos from the earlier on. That's when we try to do our social media posts is after lunch because it's not as busy the school. And then the boys, they start getting ready to close the shop for the day. So they bring in the racks from outside. They check everything. They do the register. That's what our day looks like in here.
Like different like weeks too, because like I said, everything is different sometimes. Like, you never really know what you're gonna do, but we do have the podcast, and now we're actually collabing with horticulture to do this like cool thing that's called like green the gray. Yeah, green the gray. Which if you look in the shop, there's a bunch of plants in there right now, and we're just planning on like giving some plants out. It's snowing outside, but we want to like make it as summer as we can and as like good as we can, because plants to give good energy and stuff. So yeah, this should be like really fun working with the plants and having a little bit of like a collab with horticulture.
The thing about marketing is we're always doing something. So last cycle, it was all about the podcast because that was when we were first starting the podcast. The cycle before, it was the orders for the shops, like where they like customize their jackets and stuff for their shop. We did that for the shops. Like as Maria said, we're doing the green and gray right now. Coming up like in a couple of cycles, we're planning to decorate the store for Valentine's Day so we can have like a Valentine photo shoot, something like that. So like just like you guys, as you guys said, we really try to be in season, but at the same time not do too much because we know about like religion and a lot of people don't support the same things. Like for example, for Christmas, we wanted to do something with Santa. Like I think you guys remember we went down to your shop with the Santa outfit on, or we didn't because you guys, yeah.
Yep.
So we try to do that, but at the same time, we have to respect that not everyone believes in the same thing and celebrates the same holidays that we do. So we also did something with Hanukkah because we know that December is not just about Christmas, about Hanukkah. So that's what we try to do. It's like we always try to keep ourselves busy, not just be like, everyone thinks marketing is boring. Promise you it is not. We're always doing something. And even if we're not doing anything, like if it's a cycle that we don't have anything planned, we go on a field trip. We are trying to currently get field trips every Wednesday. And so right now we're planning to go on a field trip to the Museum of Science. Our last field trip was to Snowport. We don't go on field trips, just go on field trips. Like marketing, it has to do with everything. Like anywhere that you go, marketing is in there. So we always have to go again, like with you guys, we have to go in with reflection questions and learn about the vendor and how they brand their area, I guess you can say. So
Do you guys have a favorite project that you did in marketing?
I was integrated marketing, and I did a whole thing about Sabrina Carpenter and her like concert, and I was like basically trying to like sell a certain amount of percentage of tickets for her concert or whatever. And basically, like, you had to make a whole, like a slideshow and stuff, and you just talk about, like, your goal, how you want to, your goal, like, how you're going to do it, what social media things you're going to do. So if you're going to use social media, if you're going to do it on a billboard, if you're going to do, like, collabs, advertisement, yeah, if you're going to, what kind of advertisement you're doing. So we had to pick 3, and I think I did, like, influencer and celebrity collabs, and then I did billboard and social media. So yeah.
my favorite project that we've done is definitely the one in the beginning of the year where we had to create our own product that wasn't made before. So you guys know benzoyl peroxide and tretinoin? Maybe not you because you have clear skin, girl. It's so glowy. But it's for people that have acne-prone skin. So benzoyl peroxide is not something that you can get like at the store. Like you have to get them prescribed to you. So that's the product that I created. I created like a skincare brand, and then you always have to like put your pros, your cons, your target market, all that. So that was like the type of thing that like I like doing is like definitely learning how when I make my own product, because I again want to start my own business. So like what's my focal point, what's my target market, that type of stuff. Early education just for like little kids, or like can you be a teacher? Is like for teachers like in general, like high school, middle school teacher.
What we're doing right now technically is infant and toddler, preschool and pre-K. That's what we're doing. You'll get certified as an assistant teacher when you leave here, but when you go into college, as there's a girl at my shop, Alex, that wants to become a teacher. So when she goes to college, she'll have like the knowledge from like our school, her certification, but also go into the fields where she could go and get her degree to be any age teacher.
Oh, okay. In the future, do you see yourselves opening up your own daycare center? Or
I do.
You do?
I do.
I see myself working at a daycare center, not like owning one.
Do you have an idea of like what you want it to be like?
I really just want it to be like an inclusive place where everyone feels welcome, everyone wants to come. I want to build relationships with parents and with kids because that's really important. I know in the daycares that we go to in Middleton or at Beverly YMCA, our directors that like direct the center, they know every baby's name. And that's like really hard because you can have 40 kids, you could have 100 kids, but for you to build that relationship so that you know everyone's name, that's like a trust that like I want to build with my future kids.
As a reward for you guys being a guest on our podcast, we have a gift for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. It was a blessing. There's 2 of each things because there's been a scandal because both of the people want the same thing. But it's a blessing having you guys here. It was amazing talking to you guys.
Thank you.
They were definitely the easiest one. This is why you guys need to start talking more because the other ones is them just like,
Like, props to their teacher because I know that that she definitely like makes them like, be more open and like grown up.
yeah,
And
because
like,
how are you going to be a teacher and not want to talk?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You have to talk.
okay, and that's a wrap on Behind the Hawks. Same school, new perspective.